Every Sunday at about 5 p.m, I start refreshing the Warhammer community page on my laptop. Sometimes every minute, sometimes every 5, sometimes every 10. I'm just waiting for one thing. I'm waiting for the Sunday previews that are telling me that Killteam Nightmare kill teams are going to be available next Saturday to pre-order. This video is a cry for help. At this point, it really is. But before I get too far into that, I'm just going to cover one other thing that's, I guess, more important. So the channel's been doing really well. The support has been overwhelming. It's been absolutely fantastic having you guys along for the ride. But something that I've always wanted to do and not necessarily had all the equipment for is battle reports. And I'm happy to say that battle reports are on the horizon. I've got all the kit that I need. It might be nicer to get some other bits to make it just a bit more professional, but in terms of just getting them filmed, we've got everything and we're kind of ready to go. I'm planning a small game and I'm gonna do my best to make it entertaining, edit it well, and we'll get it up. And I'm treating it as a proof of concept. So what I basically want from you guys who enjoy battle reports, if you're gonna watch it, feedback on what was good, on what was bad, on what you'd like to see added, what you think I should try to do differently, so that when we actually are a bit further down the line and we get the ball rolling on regular battle reports, we can make them as good as they can possibly be. So that is what I need your help with. That would be absolutely fantastic. Getting back to this is driving me crazy, and I know that I'm just being impatient. I know that it's not the end of the world that these kill teams aren't here yet, but I love the Night Lords, and I've wanted to collect Night Lords for a couple of years, and I'm a big-time Drukhari fan. Drukhari are so fun to play, and so fun in the lore. I love my Drukhari, and I've got 5 horrible fine cast mandrakes. I want to get my hands on those shiny plastic mandrakes. I'm desperate at this point. So this is the kind of timeline that I have written up from Warhammer community. There's a load of dates, I'm not going to read all of them out, it doesn't really matter. But essentially, looking back, the last 4 kill teams, Gallowfall was announced. Less than 2 months after that, it was available. And then roughly 3 months afterwards, you could get the kill teams individually. Ashes of Faith, it took less than 2 weeks between the announcement and the box to actually be up for pre-order, which is crazy fast. And then that took about 3 months again to get individual releases. Killteam Salvation took just over 2 months from the first announcement to the box being on sale, and then less than 2 months for the kill teams to come out. Killteam Nightmare, they did reveal the Night Lords early, but the first actual reveal of the entire contents of Killteam Nightmare. It took 3 months from that point for the box to go on sale, and we are now almost 4 months from that point and still counting. So the kill team releases seem to be a little bit all over the place, and there's not a strong trend. It's not like every single kill team is announced and then a fixed amount of time later it goes live, and a fixed amount of time after that we get the individual releases. It's not quite that clear cut. But I would say that we're now almost 7 months from first seeing Killteam Nightmare, and the individual boxes are not here yet. And that is just crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Gallowfall took about 5 months. Ashes of Faith took maybe just under 4 months. Salvation took about 4 months. So to be 7 months on, I want to know what's going on. And I want my kill teams. Anyway, that is, I will sit and be patient. I will sit and refresh the Warcom page every Sunday at 5 p.m. It is what it is at the end of the day. It's just a gripe. I had to get that off my chest, and since this is kind of a Roundup diary entry video, I thought I would bring it up. Final thing I want to talk about, Blood Angels. Disclaimer, I am not Blood Angels collector. At one point I did buy a bunch of Blood Angels, and I had a Blood Angels army when I was like 15 because I was obsessed with repainting all of my Space Marines, layer after layer, caking different colours on as I changed which chapter they belonged to. It was awful. We don't talk about it. But in terms of new Blood Angels and the Blood Angels box, I've got mixed feelings. I think Astaroth looks absolutely fire. I've got no criticisms that I can think of right now. I think he looks fantastic. Lamartes, I get why people are sad about Lamarties. I do. It feels like he's gone from this very tall, grand, intimidating presence with all of this sort of intricacy to a kind of slightly squatting, angry lunatic. I get it. I personally think that new model looks fantastic. I think it fits his character. Chaplains are meant to be scary, right? And who is going to be more scary than a chaplain on the very cusp of the Black Rage? The fact that he looked so composed in the old model, I always felt like it was a bit weird. He looked a little bit too regal and a little bit too put together. He is on the verge of madness, and he's barely got it together. So the kind of more threatening, hunched and ready to launch himself at you, it works for me. And sure, you can make the argument that there's less detailing. They've added more detailing in some places, they've taken away detailing in others. It's just the nature of redesigning an existing kit. When it comes to the Blood Angels upgrade sprue, do feel like that is maybe lacking a little bit. I collect Black Templars and I collect Dark Angels, so I've had the pleasure of seeing the first big upgrade sprue come in for Primaris Marines on the Templars side of things, and it was pretty much anything you could ask for. What really helped them was the fact that they get Primaris Crusader Squads and Sword Brethren, kits that already give you a massive amount of Black Templars style bits. All of that goes really, really nicely with an upgrade sprue that has the shoulder pads, the heads, and all the little ornamentation to stick onto your standard Marines to make them feel more Templars. You can mix and match, it really, really works. Dark Angels are the same. They've got this really solid upgrade sprue, and they've got unique Terminators, so we can buy Death Knights, we can mix and match with normal Terminators to make them look more Dark Angels-y. And even though it's very expensive, and I personally wouldn't do that, with the Inner Circle Companions giving you all of the robed heads and the robed bodies, you could, if you had a stupid amount of money, buy loads and loads of boxes of those and just have the robed bodies and fix them up with whatever weapons you needed for the squads you wanted. So, I don't know, you have just a squad of intercessors. You want the sergeant to be robed. You'd get your box of Inner Circle Companions, you'd take one, give him a bolt gun, he's your sergeant. And what I think is really evident so far with Blood Angels is that they've got this upgrade sprue. It's not bad. I don't think it's a bad upgrade sprue. I think it's got a lot of nice stuff in it and a lot of stuff that is going to be very useful for Blood Angels players. But what they are lacking at the moment is the unique squad of Blood Angels Marines that you can buy that have the six packs and the fabulous pecs, that have the custom fan braces, helmets, whatever, that you mix and match with that Blood Angels upgrade sprue to make a more unique army. It has been said on Warhammer Community that we should expect some more gold and some red. So gold is going to be Sangard. Red, honestly, as far as I know, it could be anything. But whatever it is, if it ends up being Primaris Mark 10 power armor that has scrolls tied around armor with rope, or it has the sort of carving in the arms, the legs, the torso to make them look muscular and give them that Blood Angels feel, I think at that point the upgrade sprue will be less disappointing to me, because at that point, whilst it might not feel like it's got as much as the Dark Angels and the Templar stuff in it, what really makes the Dark Angels and Templar stuff shine is having those unique units and then being able to mix and match everything that you've bought for yourself to make some really standout models that are easily and immediately identifiable on the battlefield. So if Sangard are priced fairly reasonably, and all these mystery units in red are very Blood Angels to look at, I think I can excuse the quality of the upgrade sprue, because at that point you're really getting the exact same treatment that Dark Angels and Templars have had so far. But anyway, if you've got any thoughts on any of that, please drop it in the comments below. Battle reports, I'm really going to try and make this a regular thing on the channel once we get going, so feedback on that when it happens would be great, and any ideas you have now or channels that you like to watch who do battle reports, drop them in the comments so I can get on it and make sure that we're uploading some high quality stuff. If you're a big Killteam fan, or you've also just been, like me, hanging on, waiting for the Mandrakes and the Night Lords to come out, tell me about it. I would love to complain some more in the comments if we get a thread going. Just let me know. Any excuse, I'll be there. And as for Blood Angels, I know that it is quite a divisive topic at the moment. So let me know what you think. If you think that my assessment is fair, that's great. If you disagree, let's talk about it. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a fantastic week. I'll see you next time.